Hindi madaling matutuhan yung mismong pagbabalance ng sarili sa bisikleta. Pero ano ang mas mahirap? Yung makipagsabayan ka sa mga sasakyan dito sa Metro Manila. Madami akong kakilala na gustong magbike sa city pero hindi magawa dahil laging napapangunahan ng takot. Paano nga ba natin to ma-overcome? Kasama ko ngayon ang isang couple na nagtiyaga sa pag-aaral at pagtuturo para makapag-bike sila together. Pagkwentuhan natin yan. This is Lester Baviera and you are listening to Tambike Session, an anima podcast. I'm with Alyosha Robilios and Jilson Chu. Si Jilson, ngayong pandemic lang siya nagbike sa Metro Manila and eventually, nabudol niya yung ex-girlfriend niya na si Alia kasi fiancé na sila ngayon. Mag-fiancé na sila ngayon na magbike. Pero hindi madali yung pinagdaanan ni Alia para maging finally confident magbike sa Metro Manila. Hi Alia and Gilson, welcome to Tambike Session.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, salamat sa pag-accept ng aking invitation. Kamusta?
Okay naman. Okay naman. Galing akong DIR ngayon, so medyo masakit dito ko. Pero itong podcast ni Lester, makakawala ng sakit dito.
Naks, may ganon. Ikaw, Gilson, kamusta? Parang magkasama lang tayo kagabi.
Yeah, andito ako sa coffee shop kasi maganda yung ilaw dito. Sa bahay ko
Naks.
kasi hindi maganda yung ilaw eh. Kaya dito ko nag-record.
Finding the light. And si Alia at si Jelson, madalas ko silang nakakasama sa pagbabike around the city. Nakapag-bike na rin kami sa Ilocos. So, pero gusto kong malaman at i-share natin sa ating mga listeners paano nagsimula yung learning and teaching ninyo ng pagbabike. Let's give them a brief background. So, parang Alia, what made you decide na gusto mo nang magbike dito sa city? And for Jilson na nagturo, ano yung reaction mo when Alia said, okay, I'm ready to bike?
Well, ultimately, FOMO.
Napa-FOMO ka?
It was more of yung FOMO ko over the pandemic kasi everybody started cycling. Well, lalo na kayo, yung closer circle. Yung close circle ko, Joson, yan, kayo, Lester. So, nagpa-bike kayo bigla na it was the pandemic, so walang cars. For people who weren't necessarily cycling in the city before, it was a great way to introduce themselves to the practice, to the activity. Tapos ako, parang tunganga. Kasi hindi ako nakakasama. So, first siguro would be FOMO. And then, pangalawa na yung, or halos sabay yung pag-encourage ni Jilson. Kasi, so syempre after niya mag-ride, or even yung ano niya, yung mga errand ride niya, not necessarily leisure ride, ride to shoot, ganyan, or pagbibisitahin niya ako over the pandemic. Ang ganda ng mga kwento niya about cycling, na new perspective, new way of looking at the city, of like our date spot, ganyan. Tapos, mas fulfilling, etc. Ang saya pakinggan. So, ako rin, syempre, parang, uy, gusto ko matry. So, that's what made me want to try with Jilson kasi nga, very encouraging siya. Tapos ako naman, sobrang dinadown ko yung sarili ko. Kasi, hindi naman ako talaga marunong mag-bike. Like, I would always say I never graduated from training field. So, ako laging dinadown ko sarili ko na, oh my gosh, I can't imagine na I'll be biking alongside cars or motorcycles or buses or trucks or whatever. But it was Jilson. Makulit din si Jilson eh. Kaya, ganyan. Tapos kung hindi kaya, okay lang yan. Parang hanggang matito. That's what encouraged me to finally try.
So parang hindi ka pa talaga nagbabike, no? As in, pero marunong ka na ba mag-balance during that time? Hindi pa?
Hindi talaga kasi yun nga kinukwento ko. So nag-reminisce kami recently na my only bike ever na talagang burned in my memory. Such a good childhood memory actually. Dinalan ako ng parents ko ng very, very sparkly pink fuchsia-ish bike. Tapos
Yeah.
it was the type na Barbie pink na nga siya, tapos glittery pa siya.
Glitters.
Tapos white yung wheels niya, white din yung training
Very
wheels.
kikay.
Oo, tapos may may streamers, parang may pom-pom sa handlebar. Kung puwede ko lang siguro, oh, eto ayan, attach the photo here, pero gano'n. Tapos super love ko actually yung bike na yun. Pero yun nga, never tinanggal yung training wheels. Tapos pinagbabike ako sa folk arts or sa loob ng bahay. So parang
Hmm,
may training wheels na nga, very controlled pa yung environment of cycling. To just introduce me to the activity. Tapos after nun, wala na. So
wala na.
whenever
Ito
wala
na,
na,
adult
wala na.
life na yung next mo.
Oo, oo,
So,
yun.
Jilson, very ano ka, persistent ka ba na, oh, Alia, mag-bike ka na? Or na siya yung nagbigay ng idea na, pwede ba akong mag-bike? Game na? And how did you react nung sinabi niya na parang, okay, let's bike na?
Actually, ako yung talagang pushy na mag-bike siya. Kasi sinabi ko sa kanya, kasi 'di ba nung pandemic, nung 2020 specifically, we bike around the places like cafes, restaurants, ganyan. Sabi ko, parang sana one day 'no, makamarating natin itong mga lugar na 'to na naka-bike tayong dalawa. And parang nagawa na namin ngayon yun and it's quite a feat and quite a journey din from cycling in CCP gamit yung folding bike ko. As in hindi pa siya marunong mag-balance nun, as in wala.
So, nagsimula siya na ano, folding bike? Pinahiram mo siya ng folding
Folding
bike?
bike o yung turn folding bike ko was her practice bike. So, parang 5 times ata kami nag-training sa CCP. Before kami nag-bike talaga around Malate. And then parang hindi pa yun talaga yung point eh. Was the jump off point was really buying a bike. Like siya
Ah,
yung like siya yung sa kanya yung bike.
oo. Naalala ko lang kasi si Jilson nung nagsimula siya mag-bike, ang madalas niyang ka-bike lang talaga, eh, mga friends. So, madalas kayong magkasama. So, lagi kong si Alia kasi tsaka si Jilson, matagal ko na silang friends, college pa. So, tinetext ko si Alia, "Alia, date muna kami ni Jilson, na parang gano'n yung ano, yung ano, kasi si
Oo.
Alia hindi siya nakakalabas ng house. Tas tama ba 'pag nagde-date kayo before, magba-bike si Jilson dun sa place, tapos ikaw, Alia, magga-Grab ka pauwi? Parang
Yeah,
gano'n?
yeah, kung gusto niya na naka-bike siya, gano'n talaga yung galawan
Mm.
namin.
Pero most of the time ano,
Sabay kayo?
parang magpa-park ako sa
Yeah,
bahay niya.
yun. Tas
Tas
lakad.
tapos lakad or minsan magga-grab na lang kami ng food sa bahay niya nung nasa Malate pa sila,
Pero hindi kayo nakapunta
gano'n.
sa mga cafes and spots?
Nung time na yun, I guess makatulong din sa dynamic yung magpa-park siya or kasi pandemic yun, 'di ba? So,
Yeah.
Lester, kilala mo naman yung magulang ko. Hindi nila ako papayagan kahit na
Oo.
ganito kahit ganito na yung edad ko, 'pag hindi puwede, hindi puwede.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
nung pandemic, totoo yun dahil hindi ako, what do you call that, yung ano yun, yung authorized person outside of residence,
Oo,
something like that.
Apor, hindi ka
Yan,
Apor.
yan. So, hindi ako apor. Parang they're like, "What's your business going outside? Eh, you're safer indoors." So, kahit nung
Date
puwede
po,
na
pag-ibig, gano'n.
walang ganyan. So, si Jill si Jilson, dakilang boyfriend, magba-bike papunta sa akin kasi may time din na walang Grab, ha.
Oo, ta's maglalakad.
Magpa-park siya, tapos magde-deliver ng food or siya yung magdadala ng food. Ta's nung puwede na lumabas, yun lakad-lakad trip lang kasi parang ano, I had to please like my parents.
Mm.
Yung ano lang, the activity of going out again. Parang siyempre, kahit ako naman, hindi lang naman Karenson, I had to get used to it again.
Yeah,
So,
totoo.
lakad, date, ganyan. Na we're fond of doing, alam mo naman yung Lester, sobrang mahilig din kami maglakad around. Pero totoo yun, nagme-message siya sa akin na kayo muna yung magde-date.
Oo, kayo muna magde-date ni Jason. So, Jilson, nung nalaman mo na sinabi ni Alea na, "Okey, game na, turuan mo na ako mag-bike." Anong naramdaman mo? Kasi 'di ba matagal mo na rin siyang pinu-push. Parang what did you feel?
I felt really happy at the same time afraid because kasi for me, it's a gift to teach someone, eh, like teach someone a skill. Kasi biking is a skill, eh, 'di ba? So, it's a gift that you're gonna give to her, to someone. And parang yung biking, it's a double-edged sword for me. Kasi once you introduce a person on a bike, mas magiging dangerous yung buhay mo eh. Kasi
Parang,
you're on the road
yeah.
eh.
Tama,
You're on
tama.
the road eh. And you're with drivers na we're in a city that's not fit for cycling.
Parang yung mga drivers, medyo meron silang delikado factor. Hindi mo controlled
Yes,
yung ano
oo.
nila.
Most drivers are not forgiving and they're not well educated even though they pass the exam.
Yeah, sa road rules.
Oo, so I am introducing her to this activity that's really good. It gives you freedom, it gives you a sense of the city, but at the same time exposes you to danger. Pero yun yung parang iniisip ko na tama ba tong introduction. Pero ako, may tiwala naman ako sa kanya and pinapasa Diyos ko na lang kung anong mangyayari, 'di ba? So,
Pinapa sa Diyos in the name of the
Grabe.
Father, the
oo.
Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Grabe yung
Hindi naman.
pinapasa.
Yeah, pero di ba Alan, nakakatakot din naman talaga.
Ay,
Okay.
totoo.
Okay.
Totoo. Wait lang.
Nakakatakot.
Oo.
Speaking of pinapasa Diyos, I've said this before. Nung time na natututo ako mag-bike, I've never prayed more. Then, yung nasa saddle ako. Tapos natatawa ako kasi nakwento ko yun sa isang friend din natin, kay Isay
Oo.
Martinez. So, siya din parang, uy, alam mo, totoo yan. Kasi nakakatakot. So, ako parang, bigla ako naging prayerful ulit. It
Pag
sounds bad.
pag nasa kalsada ka.
Oo, kasi nakakatakot talaga siya. Also, like, a fun but kinda grim kwento. Nakakatawa yan. Meron ding character development yung parents ko. Nung nagsabi ako na, I will learn how to bike and I will bike on the street. Kasi, specifically, a line from my dad. Kung marinig naman to, tawa ka na lang kasi sinabi mo naman talaga to sa akin. Sabi niya, so there's one time, I came home from cycling with Justin Deliverance, I forget. Pero sabi niya, oo, so nagkukwento ako, ganyan, ganito ginagawa namin, naiinis ako kasi ang daming hindi man sagabal, pero ang hirap pala maging cyclist sa Metro Manila. People, parang ang default ng people is to protect their own space on the road and not necessarily share it with other people. So, kinukwento ko yung struggles ko. Tapos parang yung dad ko one time, sabi niya sa akin, alam mo, masaya ako. Kasi, kung mamatay ka man, like, if ma-accident
So, natatawa ka dyan habang kinikwento mo yung about
kasi
pagkamatay.
nakakatawa naman talaga. Sabi niya, kung mamatay man ako or may mangyari sa akin sa road, at least alam niyang namatay ako na masaya ako.
Ang lala naman nun.
Aray,
Masaya ka
nauntog
while
to.
riding a bike.
Nauntog
Tapos
ako.
yun yung death mo.
Pero di ba nakakatawa? Ito yung mas nakakatawa pa at mali ko. Kwento ko kay Jilson. So, syempre, si Jilson, being a worrywart and overthinker, sabi niya parang, ang lala naman nun. Bakit naman ganun yung sinabi ng daddy mo? Parang
Oo.
nade-discourage din siya na parang, tama ba itong, like, pinasok ito sa cycling, tama ba to? Ganyan pala yung, parang, that's how your dad is cycling. And it's so funny coming from my dad kasi, as a college kid and like into early adulthood, very athletic din naman siya. Siya actually yung kinukwento niya, nagbabike siya dati, ganyan. Kaya nagtataka ako parang, I thought he would have been happier knowing na parang on my own, quite uncharacteristically speaking, na parang on my own, I was like, I want to learn how to bike. So, gano'n, yun yung isang funny na nangyari na parang, sige, okay lang, pag namatay ka, masaya ka naman nagbabike.
Yeah.
So,
Nakakatawa yun.
Yun isa sa mga funny. And parang naisip ko, ay, ganun ka pala ka walang walang tiwala.
Yeah.
Sa skills ko.
Nag-prepare na si Tito na
Oo.
just in case. Joke lang.
Yeah.
So,
Diba?
eto, si Jelson na-mention na niya briefly kung paano nagsimula, ano nangyari. Pero, alam mo, for our listeners na gustong magsimula at gustong magturo, gustong matuto, paano ba yung quote-unquote lesson plan na ginawa ninyo na paano nagsimula na matuto, where did you go, So, can anyone explain to us paano yung simula, early days, early struggles ng inyong quote-unquote lessons?
Ako muna.
Go, Jill.
Number one, you should have a bike. Kasi yung iba kasi parang gusto matuto mag-bike pero ayaw bumili ng bike. Kaya hiram muna.
Yeah. So, ang ginawa niya, hiniram mo yung folding bike. Pinahiram mo yung folding bike, right?
Yeah, pinahiram ko yung folding bike.
Yeah. Saan kayo nag-bike?
So, nag-bike kami sa sa CCT muna. I would bring my bike there and then bababa ko yung seat post. Tapos, bababa ko yung seat post. Tapos, i-adjust ko yung handlebar. Tapos, mapagamit ko sa kanya. Kumbaga, nag-start talaga kami sa striding.
Sa parking lot, tama?
Sa parking lot. Kasi at that time, wala talagang tao. Tapos, there was literally no cars.
Okay.
But also, just like as a fun factor, people who want to learn and they're in the area, yung parking lot na yun talaga, kilala siya for learning how to bike. Kasi nakikita namin na may bike lessons dun eh. It's a parking lot na katabi ba Jill ng Harbor Square, tama?
Yeah, oo, katabi, magkalapit.
Gloria Maris.
Yun. Tapos, basta yung area na yun. Tapos, parang may active space doon. Tapos, I'm guessing doon din yung bike lessons. Or baka ibang group. Pero nag-hold sila ng bike lessons doon. Tapos, naaabutan ko mga nagwa one-on-one. So, yung instructor, tsaka yung normally kids, like very toddler ages. Tapos ako, with Jilson. So, that's where we started. And then, Jill, ano nga yun?
Tapos stride lang muna.
Yeah, so Jilson, would adjust yung saddle to my height kasi iba rin, syempre. Tapos, pating handlebar. Tapos, yung stride yung parang ginagawa nga ng mga toddler, mga kids, gano'n.
Parang kang bata.
Oo, parang bata talaga. But thankfully, ewan ko, Jilson will have to support my statement. Pero parang di naman ako nahirapan matuto mag-balance.
Mhm.
Yung struggle was the next part. Pero in terms of balancing, I remember distinctly nga na parang after X number of visits sa parking lot na yun, si Jilson na yung nagsabi na, kailangan lumabas na tayo dito kasi yung itsura namin, nakaganyan lang siya. Tapos ako nagbabike ako sa parking lot. So parang binabantayan ako. Parang marunong na ako mag-balance. So parang siya yung nagsabi na we have to get out of here or we have to cycle with friends para ma-test mo yung skill, like balancing. Of course, yung braking, tinuruan niya ako. And actually, he also taught me the gearing. Yun yung mga next step. Kasi parang better to learn dun na sa parking lot din kasi wala pa akong masyadong kasama. So, ano yung purpose ng pag-choose? Paano ba mag-brake? Ganyan. Tapos, may mga in-between kwento rin na parang paano pag tumempalang ka, tapos ganito yung hulog mo, so ganito, don't support yourself with, yung mga ganon, like, baka mabali yung wrist mo if you fall this way, ganito, ganyan. So, he just was very patient in teaching me the basics and nakabantayan siya habang paikot-ikot ako dun sa parking lot.
Speaking of patience, Jilson, na-prepare mo ba yung patience na yan when you were teaching Alia? Gaano kahaba yung pasensya na kailangan ibigay ng isang teacher sa isang newbie, lalo na sa isang newbie na adult?
Kailangan mo talaga siya i-encourage. Kasi number one thing that veers away na matuto yung tao sa pagbabike is fear. Fear of falling in the bike. Fear na ay hindi ko abot, ay baka mahulog ako. Fear. So, once actually big help si Carla Gamalinda. There's this one time na nagbike kami around CCP just to teach teach Alia how to stride, how to pedal efficiently. Actually, kasama ka nun eh. Si Cliff.
I remember. Sa parking lot pa din to, right?
Yeah. Tapos parang, it's a good ano rin, na may womanly touch yung pagtuturo at that time. So, may mga parts ako na hindi ko maturo kay Alia na si Carla lang nakapagturo.
Oh.
Once na nandun na siya sa step na yun, like Alia already stepped on that stage, mabilis na yung ano, yung progression. Like the most important thing na naturo ko sa kanya, I think, was mount and dismount. Mount and dismount. Kasi I remember I went to Pampanga, nakabambay pa ako noon. I don't know how to mount and dismount. And galit na galit yung kasama ko kasi sobrang bagal ko magbike. Kasi ang baba nung saddle ko. Imagine mo Manila to Pampanga tapos wala. So, so yun, important talaga na may nagtuturo na, alam mo yun, medyo alam na talaga yung kalsada. Tapos, they've done, they've done their kilometers na. So,
Very, 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 very interesting what you said about a female, a woman teaching another woman. Kasi may mga
yeah.
struggles
Mm-mm.
din yung ano no, nung yung mga babae na siguro
Babae.
hindi maintindihan
Mm-mm.
ng teacher na lalaki. So Alia, can you
Yeah,
tell
yeah, yeah.
tell us more about it
Yeah,
when
yeah.
Carla was teaching you?
Mm. So, actually, yun yung next na sasabihin ko, parang very much part of my learning process. Natututo mag-bike. So, one was yung with Wilson, and then the other was with friends. Na talagang naging crucial sa um, learning ko, no, how to ride the bike. So, there are feeling friends na alam ko talagang um, who played a huge role in me learning how to bike now. So, one is Carla Gamalita. Yung isa, siyempre si Lester, pero mamaya na yun. So, si Carla, naaalala ko, we would laugh about it kasi magkaiba talaga sila ng learning,
Teaching
sorry,
style.
ng teaching style ni Jilson.
Paano?
Oh my God, Jilson Si Jilson, tough love yan. Talaga. Tough love. And I guess it's something na rin na I expected kasi ganun naman kami sa isa't isa when it comes to
Teaching each
self-development,
other.
learning ganyan. Oo, ganyan. Tough love yan. May kasama yung tough love yan. Tama yun yung sinabi ni Jilson na kailangan niya ako i-encourage kasi napapangunahan talaga ako ng fear. Pero si Jilson kasi would say, kaya mo yan. Tapos parang, pababayaan yun na niya. Parang gawin mo yan. Or like, hindi, kaya mo yan, kaya mo yan, kaya mo yan. Kind of pestering. Parang, kaya mo yan, kaya mo yan. Yung mape-pressure ka pero magagawa mo rin eventually.
Yeah.
Ganun.
Parang athlete style.
Yeah, I guess.
Coach
Si Carla,
Jilson.
si Carla was very nurturing.
Motherly.
Oo, parang mas malumanay. Tapos, nagkukwento ng, ako rin, ganito, ganyan. Tapos, parang may mga ano siya na, parang keep in mind na as long as you're moving, you won't fall. May mga ganyan.
May mga ganon. May mga
may
quotations.
may mga ganyan si Carla. Tapos, paulit-ulit niyang papakita sa akin na ito, ganito, mag-mount, all this stuff. So, naalala ko si Jilson before, we were practicing sa parking, sa roundabout ng entrance ng Robinson. Ganito lang yun, no? As in, mount, dismount, mount, dismount, mount, dismount. Paulit-ulit nilang ginagawa sa harap ko. And to someone learning, parang, it kinda seems so complicated and even a touch aggressive na. Kasi parang you're showing that you can do this so easily. Mount, dismount, mount, dismount. When I can't even do it one time. Parang, it's like, that's very, parang hindi mo alam kung may encourage ka or madi-discourage ka. Yun nga, tough love siya talaga. Na parang you have to push yourself to do it. Si Carla, ang approach niya was, tingnan mo to. Tapos slow, ulitin niya. So, bababa na ako. Ganyan, ganito. Tapos parang may naalala pa ako na sabi ni Carla, ito try mo. Kasi parking lot nga. Parang mag-zigzag ka lang through yung mga cones yun, parking code. Ayan, try mo. Paulit-ulit lang, ganyan. Very, safe, I guess. Ganon. So, tapos, hindi ako iniwan. Not to say na
Feel ko parehas kami ni Jilson. I can relate to Jilson's teaching style.
Hindi naman
Feel ko kasi parang akong hammer eh. parang pinupukpok ko siya of knowledge. Tapos, sinushow ko yung knowledge sa kanya. Tapos, bahala na siya how she absorbs it. Kasi, I don't know how to, ano eh, I don't know, I'm not a teacher kasi. So, I don't know how to inject the knowledge to someone. I just give the knowledge and bahala ka na mag-ingest. And I'll show you how I ingest it. And I'll show you repeatedly my way. But I know that she has her way. So, pinabayaan ko talaga siya. And I just said na, kaya mo yan. But really thankful ako kay Carla and also kay Christian and sa'yo talaga. Kasi, you
Ako, anong
guys,
ginawa ko?
hindi, nag-bike tayo one time eh, papuntang MOA, di ba? We ate
Yeah.
Indian food pa nga eh.
Oo nga.
Yeah.
Ang tagal
Di
So,
ba?
nun.
Tapos,
Indian food. I
tapos
love Indian
we would
food.
we will put
Rick.
Alia in the middle.
Yeah.
Parang sandwich. Kasi dapat
Tama.
nasa gitna siya. May leader, tsaka may
Sweeper.
ang tawag ng sweeper. Dapat may ganun sa mga bago. So, kahit di bago, dapat may ganun. So, you guys were really a big help. Like, feeling ko 60% ako nagturo. Tapos 40%, actually hindi nga, parang 50% din turo ko. Tapos nahati sa inyong tatlo, ni Carla, ikaw, tsaka si
Christian.
Christian.
Yeah.
Kayong tatlo yung nagturo
Yeah.
talaga. Kasi, nung one time Christian was teaching, we bike in Makati. Tapos muntik mabangga si Aliana ng taxi.
Oh no.
Kasi sinusundan niya ako. Kasi my style of biking was dive in traffic and doon
Yeah.
tayo, di ba?
Rock and
Dive
roll.
traffic, tapos weave. Si Christian hindi. Anti, ganyan. Hindi siya nag-weave sa traffic. So, pinalo ako ni Alia, muntik siya mabangga ng taxi. Actually, this street where I am in now.
Oh, I see. So maganda yung points na sinabi nyo, no? Na if you're teaching someone, it's good to have other perspectives dun sa
Yeah.
estudyante. Like,
Yeah,
in
oo.
your case,
Important
parang
talaga siya.
you invited friends. Tapos pag magtuturo, mas maganda na madami, group of people. Siguro, better, di ba? Para,
Yeah. And encouraging people.
Actually, I would say like for me personally, ang ganda ng progression ng pagturo sa akin. Kasi so it started with one-on-one. And then introduce ako, halos sabay yun eh. So when it was with you Lester, yung tatlo lang tayo. Tapos yung kasama ka rin, pero mas malaking group na tayo. So, medyo slow yung progression ko into riding with a lot of people. Which was kinda also good kasi when you're learning and there are too many people, it can also get confusing / overwhelming. But of
yeah.
course, the support system is there. Pero when it was just the three of us, ang dami ko ring natutunan. Kaya yun yung mga benchmark, parang bike teachers ko sa si Wilson. Ikaw, I remember when we went to MOA, you were saying na parang where best to situate yourself, especially if you're riding along a parking entrance or exit.
Oh,
Kasi
yeah.
continuous yung cars di ba, paglabas. So, naalala ko yun, sabi mo, dapat dito tayo para hindi ma-shock si Alia kasi ang daming cars na lumalabas-pasok. And I also remember yung ride na yun. Parang I think this is also something that newbie cyclists or people learning how to cycle, especially in the city, should know na parang there are certain preferences kasi na you will only get to notice or realize when you start really riding. So, naalala ko, for example, nung nag-MOA tayo, tapos, ginabi na tayo, and then, kinabitan ako ni Wilson ng light. Apparently, kayo, you don't mind kasi na, di ba, nagbe-blink yung light sa harap. Tapos I remember, we had to stop kasi I suddenly told you
Nahilo
guys
ka.
na parang nahihilo ako, like, I can't. Parang ako nahihilo na nasusuka. Tapos iniisip ko, oh my gosh, road anxiety ba to? Ganito, ganyan. Pero nung tinedi natin yung light, nag-okay. Nakauwi, diba? So parang, if hindi ko trusted yung people, like, if sobrang dami, parang part of me, mahihiya ako na ang laki ng group. Tapos, I'd be parang wasting time.
Yeah, intimidated ka.
Oo.
And all.
Recovering from that. Tapos, at the same time, hindi ko na-realize na important pala yung mga ganong bagay na you have to also take into consideration your preferences. Like, so for for example, ako, alam ko na ngayon na yung front light ko, laging dapat steady, otherwise mahihilo ako. Rear light ko, yun yung nagbi-blink. Kasi, di ba, parang 4 cars behind. Tapos, ang naalala ko rin yun na parang hilig yun, yung pinanto ni Jason. So, with you guys and with friends, I was able to get over, I wouldn't say completely get over, pero parang I learned how to cope with anxiety on the road, which is another whole other another animal altogether. Talagang until now,
Yeah,
it's a battle. It's a monster. I constantly battle
yun
with,
nga.
yeah, yun. Tapos, yung isa pa is, yun, yung diskarte. I would say Jason nga when he bikes, especially when he's alone, or I guess when he's with
Friends na
like my,
sanay.
like-minded cyclists. His riding style is very aggressive. So, nagda-dive, ganyan. So, there are other people, there are other people naman na gusto nila defensive. So, yun nga yung nag-ride kami ni Christian. Medyo marunong na ako. Tapos, may natakot siya, or like, winorningan niya ako kasi I was starting to bike like Jilson. Parang,
Okay.
for him, parang wag. Si Jilson, hayaan mo kung sanay mo lang ganyan. Pero ikaw na learning
Safe
pa
and
lang.
slow.
O parang, remember that there's this option as well. Ganun na parang, you don't have to be fast all the time. You don't have to be first, etc., etc. Just remember na parang the priority is to get somewhere safe. Ganyan. And like, you work through your road anxiety. Yun naman si Christian na talagang sabi niya, may time na nag-stop kami sa Malate. Kasi for some reason, na-paralyze ako ng road anxiety ko. Tapos nag-stop ako sa Remedios Circle kasi gabi na, tapos sa Malate, alam mo naman, pag gabi, dumadami na yung mga kotse. So, tuloy-tuloy yung car. Sabi ko, hindi ko kaya, hindi ko kaya. Tapos,
Nag-stop ka.
yeah. Tapos talaga totally parang nag-freeze. Nag-freeze ako. Tapos, tapos, ang sinabi niya lang sa akin, mag-aantay kami, take as long as you like, pero parang there's no way na hindi tayo papadyak pa uwi.
Oh, yeah. Parang recover ka muna. But you have to face your fears then at the same time.
Yeah. So, nakauwi naman kami, tapos ang ganda nung nangyari kasi si Jilson nauuna nga. So, nung nag-stop ako, parang a block away was Jilson. So, parang ang galing kasi yung naging motivation ko was to get to, literally from point A to point B to Jilson's spot. So, parang one goal at a time. Tapos, medyo hyperventilating, breathing, breathing through anxiety talaga. I even think that was a panic attack. Low-key, a panic attack on the road. Pero, I got over it with the help of friends. Parang it would happen. Like, iniisip ko rin when we cycled in MOA, baka yun yung nangyari. I don't know. Kasi nahihilo ako with the blinking light. Pwede rin. Pero nakatulong talaga yung riding with friends. Kasi iba-iba yung iba-ibang perspective, iba-ibang style of riding, iba-ibang way of teaching, and also the way they approach.
Tsaka may choice ka what options to choose, di ba? Yeah.
Exactly. At the end of the day, kasi you make your own riding style. So for example, sobrang dami kong good friends who willingly taught me, diba? Pero yung mount dismount, interesting fact is, I learned it on my own when no one was watching and I had our parking lot sa condo all to myself. Tapos nagulat na lang si Jelson kasi sinat ko yung phone ko, record ako yung progress ko kay Teacher Jelson. Sisend ko sa kanya. Tapos may isang time na nag-record, buti na lang nag-record. Naka-mount ako from like the proper way. Tapos si Jelson, ang cute din nung reaction. Parang, wow, paano mo nagawa? Kasi it was such a learning curve for me. Hindi ko siya
For the
ma-process.
longest time, di mo nagagawa.
Oo. With like, even, like, ang dami kong natututunan. I knew how theoretically. Pero siguro, at the same time, I needed space to practice on my own. And even without Jilson. Like, totally no one riding me. So, that was my alone time sa parking lot sa condo.
Ang ganda na from napo-FOMO ka, tapos napunta ka sa, okay, I'm ready, tapos kayong dalawa ni Coach Jel, tapos kasama mo na yung mga friends mo, natututo ka, and Pero interested akong malaman, when did you decide na parang, okay, I'm ready for the bigger roads? Is it something instant or was it something gradual? And parang Jailson, ikaw, ano yung reaction mo? Ganun.
Kasi she never went to Makati with the folding bike. She never went to Makati with the folding bike.
From Malate.
So, from Malate.
Mga 5 kilometers away, right?
Oo. So, notion ko na ready na siya for the bigger roads was the Mount Dismount. Being confident with that. And nung nag-build na kami ng bike nila Marlo.
When she had her own bike na.
Kasi I think nakatulong talaga yung you have your own bike eh. Nakatulong talaga siya na yung specs niya, yung ano niya, size niya,
Na fit, oo.
na fit talaga.
And ano, no, during the process of making her own bike, sobrang tutok ka. As in,
Yeah, oo. Searching for the right parts na adjustable, even if from newbie to intermediate. Kasi hindi na siya newbie ngayon eh. Intermediate na siya kasi she already did 60-kilometer ride sa sa Ilocos, di ba?
yeah, oo, nakapag-bike na siya outside, di ba? Ang galing.
Oo. Tapos
Sumemblang ba
nakapag
siya
50
doon?
km.
Joke lang.
Oo. Tapos
Oh my God, nauulit ko pa lang.
50 km city ride na siya, di ba?
Yeah.
So, hindi na siya newbie. So,
Oo. Mhm.
Actually, alam mo, speaking of Semplang, kasi that was my first and only Semplang so far na onboard. And I was so lucky na yung Semplang ko ever, the only Semplang ever was on mud essentially, right? Soft ground kasi na off-road. So isa yan sa mga running fears ko, sumemplang ako sa pavement. Kasi mas takot akong masugatan sa pavement kaysa sa soft ground. Wala lang, naalala ko lang yun.
Ikikwento ko lang, nag-Ilocos kami, ako, si Jelson, si Alia, and yung isa naming friend na photojournalist, si Alec. Pumunta kami sa Ilocos Sur. Tapos si Alia, parang sobrang confident na niya, ang galing, ganyan. So, lahat kami, dumaan kami dun sa parang rougher part of the farm. Tapos si Alia, dire-diretso siya. Sabi niya parang confident pa siya, ang saya-saya niya. Tapos biglang boom, semplang. First semplang ever, di ba? Doon siya
Ever,
sumemplang.
yeah.
Para
Yeah.
at least, tama ka nga, doon ka sumemplang kaysa sumemplang ka sa pavement. At buti hindi ka
Pavement.
sumemplang with cars. Di ba? Nakakatakot yun.
Yeah, well actually, I think yun nga, it shows. Kasi totoo, sa sobrang confident ko yun, feeling adventurous ako. Sabi ko, di nila ito dinadaanan. Di ako dito ako dadaan. Kasi bakit kaya hindi nila dinadaanan?
Gravel biker na ako. Kaya ko na yan.
Tapos parang muddy area, tapos mabato na muddy. Tapos biglang, the minute na parang I dove into that section, alam ko na kung bakit hindi dinaanan. Kasi kinain ako ng lupa. Tapos tumalsik ako. Tapos nakakatawa kasi wala akong sound. Parang sobrang silent na semplang. Tapos kayong dalawa yung medyo sumigaw
Oo.
kayo. Tapos
Yeah,
nakakatawa.
oo.
Kasi
Gulat kami.
sabi ni Alec, alam niya daw na ako yung sumemplang kasi ako yung hindi sumigaw. yung dalawang sumigaw kayo ni Jenson. Pero ang saya-saya nun. Nakaka-miss din yung ganung experience. Tapos, I don't know, as a newbie, it felt so cool to have battle scars. Quote-unquote battles. Like battle pasa.
Oo, correct. Yung semplang part yan ng learning process, di ba? Well, going back, so from folding bike, nag-evolve ka to having your own bike na specific sa kung ano yung riding style mo, kung ano yung level mo into cycling, and you're very lucky to have Jelson na very technical into cycling, na binigyan ka ng proper bike. Pero Ale, ikaw, ano yung first big ride na masasabi mo na parang, okay, ready na ako. I can now bike with the cars sa kalsada. Saan yun? Anong ruta? Ilang kilometers? And how was it?
Walang particular ride. But I guess parang, like going back, kaya parang sinasabi ko palagi na yung learning journey ko sa bike. Now I realize na ang dami palang pivotal moments na involved ang friends. Because that's true, yung sinabi ni Jelson na it really gave me confidence, like ownership of the skill when Marlo helped us build my bike, struggle it. So, si Marlo then played a huge role in me parang getting into that mindset na I want to really learn like how to bike and gusto ko sulitin si Struggle It. Actually yun pala parang
Yung pangalan
ay
ng bike mo, Struggle It.
si Struggle It
Kasi
kasi
it's a small bike.
small the smallest struggler. Tapos parang naalala ko yun si Jilson ano parang may available na 38 was it Del na na struggler
Yeah.
kay
Si
Ren,
Rena
'di ba?
nagbenta
Oo,
nun sa akin.
Ren. Tapos parang bago uuhan ni Jason, ilang beses niya ako tinanong. Ayun si Jason, "Sure ka ba? Sure ka ba? Gagamitin mo ba 'to? Sure ka ba? Dapat gagamitin mo, Mahal 'tong bike na 'to. Dapat sulitin mo." Ganyan. Hindi lahat ng newbie bikers naka-struggler kaagad. May mga gano'ng conversation. So,
Oh no.
I guess parang one parang driving factor was one thing na masulit ko si Struggle It. Kasi sayang, nandiyan siya, o 'di gamitin. Tapos built from scratch. So, parang memories and all. So, gusto ko sulitin yun, yung effort na yun. Tapos, I guess, pivotal was when we finally transferred my bike to Struggle It. We transferred the bike, well, we rode from Malate to Makati on a bike. So, so nag-bike kami to Makati kasi I kinda knew also na kapag naka-park yung bike kay Jilson, there was no way na hindi ako magba-bike kasi pupuntahan ko siya ta's ang magiging default date namin would be to bike for coffee. So, parang yun yung naging yung mga date namin sa Makati. Nung nagagalit na ako sa mga driver na hindi ako pinapadaan, yung ginigit-git ako, tapos I talk back na. May mga instances na lumalaban na ako. Tapos si Jilson matatawa kasi sorry, pero mumurahin ko siguro. Kunyari depende naman yan sa degree ng
Yeah,
ginawa sa'kin on the road,
correct.
pero may times na may namura na ako or sasabihin ko, "Ano ba?" ganyan. Nung nanggaganon na ako, for me, that was a sign na, confident na ako kasi ang kapal na medyo ang
Correct,
kapal na
yeah. Di
medyo
ka
ang kapal
natakot, lumalaban ka na.
lumalaban ako especially and I understand like I do understand na give and take naman yan. Pero ako, I really get mad and lumalaban ako if I know na wala akong ginagawang mali on the road. Kasi may mga newbies din and as a beginner cyclist, I was so guilty of so many parang mis mis missteps on the road. Like hindi ako nare-read kung saan ba ako dadaan and na-imagine ko na yung driver baka naguguluhan din sa'kin na, "Ano ba, saan ka ba talaga pupunta?" Or bigla na lang akong titigil sa gitna ng daan, which is very dangerous to the people around me also, to the people I'm sharing the road with. So, naintindihan ko naman yun. Pero nung nasa point na alam ko na wala akong maling ginagawa on the road, pero hindi ako pinagbibigyan, gigit-gitin ako, ta's lumalaban na ako, I would keep my mind on the road. That's when I knew na if I'm if I'm talking back na to people on the road, I must be gaining confidence. Because I also remember there was this time, okay, that's one ride pala. It was Valentine's Day. And then Justin said, "Hey, my challenge to you is we ride to BGC."
To BGC
Yeah,
from...
from Makati. From Makati na. Kasi nandun na yung bike ko. We ride to BGC, tapos magva-Valentine brunch tayo. Parang the thought behind it was farther and also may slight ahon kasi sa McKinsey.
Yeah.
So,
Well, hindi siya slight
so,
ahon.
so may,
Medyo gradual ahon siya
yeah,
talaga.
ayun, gradual ahon. So, may introduce na ako to climbing in the metro.
Yeah.
So, sabi niya, yung treat mo is kain tayo. Very food motivated pala eh. So,
Ganda yan. Yan naman
magkakape
talaga.
tayo. Kakain tayo, ganyan. So, ako naman, sige, ganyan. Naalala ko yun, sobrang triumphant ng feeling kahit na pinicture na ako ni Jason. Sobrang pula ng mukha ko. Kasi lagi ako namumula pag nagbabike kahit ano. degree of easiness or hardness pa yan. Basta lagi ako namumula. Pero sobrang pula ko. Pero ang saya ko. So, after nung BGC ride na yun, naisip ko, that kung nakayanan ko to, ngayon, medyo, naging confident na ako. So, those are two times na when I started interacting with people on the road and yung BGC ride na yun, naalala ko sinasabi ko pa kay Jason. Jason kasi has a tendency to talk while he's riding. Ay, tingnan mo
Yeah.
yun, ganyan. Ay, tingnan mo. Uy, tingnan
Yeah.
mo, di ba ganyan? Tapos, sinasabi ko sa kanya palagi, don't talk to me. Don't talk. Tumatawa siya. Kasi totoo, don't talk to me. I'm not prepared to talk. Or like, kapag stoplight, tapos kahit stoplight, kakausapin niya ako, sasabihin ko talaga sa kanya, don't talk to me. Pero hindi ako galit. I'm just focusing on the task at hand, so don't talk to me. And kung alam niyo lang yung tumatakbo sa isip ko when I say don't talk to me, little reminders like, this is the shifter that's gonna make my pedals at like my pedaling softer or harder. This is the brake. This is ganyan. So, those things are happening in my head kasi I know na the minute na umandar with cars plus anxiety, maghahalo-halo na
Correct.
yung
Tas
facts na yan in my
mako-confuse
head.
ka na, yeah.
Mako-confuse ako. Tapos, di ba, newbie cyclist, kakausapin ka na parang, oy, tingnan mo yung lugar sa kanan mo. Eh, naalala ko pa yung ibang mga cyclist nun, or may pinapanood sa akin na video ata, parang new cyclist, a friend, di ko na i-mention kasi naalala ko lang sino siya. Pero parang tinuro sa kanya yung thing, nung gumanon siya, sumunod yung bike. So, semplang ka nun, di ba? So, parang those are the things I was afraid of. Pero after nun, interacting with people and that BGC ride, I felt like, okay, I'm getting the hang.
Now that you're doing okay, confident ka na sa kalsada, and I'm pretty sure, well, there are still many things that you wanna conquer and you wanna do with your cycling. Madaming realizations, madaming lessons for you, Jelson, and for you, Alia. Ano yung biggest realizations and lessons that you've learned in Alyosha's cycling journey? Simula nung pag sabi pa lang niya na ready na ako to ride the bike, and now that you've managed to bike around Metro Manila, intercities, what's the biggest lessons and realizations?
Yung yung mindset. Like if you put your mind into something na gusto mo talaga gawin, you can really achieve it with enough effort, with enough help, and with the power of luck din.
Power of luck.
Ah,
Gusto ko yan.
oo. Kasi ano it's a mix of positive things na parang achieve yung goal mo. So I think if you believe kaya mo siyang gawin. Kasi it was just a dream eh. Like, yung kunyari magbabike si Alia. Pangarap ko lang siya dati eh. Tapos yung nangyayari na siya.
Hindi mo
Diba?
ba na-realize o naisip mo ba na hindi siya mangyayari?
Oo, naisip ko na hindi siya mangyayari. Kasi parang the city is really daunting.
Yeah.
It's daunting. Pag hindi ka sanay sa kalsada and the first time you ride out, it's daunting. Even for me, like if you don't bike for like 1 week,
Mm.
pag lumabas ka, makikita mo parang, shit,
Yeah.
naninibago na naman ako sa kalsada. It's really daunting. And
Mm.
the only way to counter it is to do it every day.
Yeah. And Alia's constantly riding now and she's really confident. Well, may mga moments pa din na siguro natatakot pa din siya na puntahan or
Yeah.
i-bike. Pero at least nakakaya nyo ng mag-bike dates and all. Ikaw, Alia, ano yung
Yeah.
realization mo?
Very close to what Wilson said. Kaya pala. Like parang usually in these situations, na-realize ko rin na yung pinaka malaking kalaban sa sarili. Like, imagine all of the people around you so supportive. And when you tell yourself na hindi mo kaya, hindi mo talaga magagawa yun. So parang, you have to constantly, parang it's a push and pull with yourself. You have to constantly also work through parang your self-image na kaya pala or parang kaya mo eh. Kaya mo. So, one of my biggest realizations is kaya pala. And the other thing that's related to that is kung hindi mo pa kaya, that doesn't mean hindi mo siya kakayanin ever. So, parang if hindi mo siya kaya ngayon at hindi mo siya nagawa ngayon, that simply means na kakayanin mo siya another time. Hindi yun, parang it's not a never thing. Parang you have something, you always have something to look forward to in the future as like a goal or benchmark or ganun. So, kaya. Parang iba-iba lang yung timeline. Pero kaya.
Correct. And it also goes with consistency. And I think, ako ang realize ko, based on the stories of the two of you, there was a support system. Alam mo yun, merong taong nag-i-encourage sa'yo para tumulong. And along the way, hindi lang siya naging isang tao, naging sobrang daming tao para tulungan ka na maging confident on the road. Which is very, very, gano'n naman yung cycling community eh. When I was asked nga ano yung one word to describe the cycling community, sabi ko, it's very, very helpful. So, and everyone wants to just encourage more people to ride the bike. Kaya nakakatuwa yung experience mo and hopefully yung listeners din natin dito, especially those who want to learn to ride the bike, ay makakuha ng support system na kagaya ng nakuha ni Alia.
Yeah, because I remember my first multi-city ride
Mm-mm.
was with sila Isa.
Oh,
And
yeah.
sila Val. You were also there.
Mm-mm.
Di ba, Lester? Tapos,
From Makati to Manila to San Juan, back to
yeah,
Makati, Quezon
Jilson
City.
was there. Yeah, Via was there. And then Quezon City, sila Justin were there. So, I realize now that journey of learning how to ride the bike, I was so blessed. #blessed. To have that support system, to meet new friends who genuinely wanted to include you in that community, in that activity.
Mm-mm.
Na parang ikaw pa yung magsasabi ng "Hindi ko kaya eh." Tapos before you know it, nakaabot ka na ng UP. Kasama sila.
Correct, yes.
Diba? Ganun.
Ganda, ang ganda. Sana itong podcast episode na to, yung mga listeners natin, they pick up lessons from the two of you. And I'm pretty sure madami silang natutunan from the technical aspect of picking a bike para sa beginners, pag-practice sa isang safe space to constantly moving and going out. Ayun. So, Jelson, Alia, maraming salamat for sharing your story dito sa Tambike session. Alam mo ako, tuwang-tuwa ako eh. For me, whenever people ask, ano yung mga pwedeng gawin of newbies, lagi kong binibigay na example yung kwento ni Alia at ni Jelson. Kasi it's a success story. It's a story na very inspiring, especially to those people na nade-discourage, lalo na ngayon na sobrang daming sasakyan na ta-travel sa city. Well, again, Alia and Jelson, thank you very much sa pagpapa-unlock ng aking invitation. And sana madaming listeners natin ang natuto at na-inspire sa inyong dalawa. Again, Alia, Jelson, thank you very much.
Thank you, then.
Salamat
Thank you,
din.
Lester. We really
Yes.
appreciate that you tapped us further.
Yes. And to our listeners here, maraming salamat din. Sana ay meron kayong natutunan at magkwentuhan ulit tayo sa susunod na episode ng Tambike Session. Salamat!